attention flows. What you focus on grows. Stay focused on the soul. Breathe
Hello,
slowly.
lovely people. Hopefully, you're having a good day. It is a beautiful day here at Mount Shasta, but I'm technically in Weed City at Ellie's. So, hopefully, you are doing well. I'm going to just start off with a prayer. God and Goddess, thank you so much for this lovely day and for the chance to exist and for all the opportunities that you give to us to enlighten ourselves and others, to expand in consciousness and bliss. Please help us to forgive others and forgive ourselves, love others, and lead with kindness and become more like you. In the name of Elohim, I pray. Amen. So today is Mother Earth Day. Is it really? Whoa, where'd it go? My screen went away. It is Thursday already. That is crazy. Our God and Goddess, immanent and transcendent, send to all your angel of peace. To the kingdom of the earthly mother, send your angel of joy. It's great getting outside and enjoying some of that weather. It's a really nice day here, so I might do that as well. So today I wanted to do two things. I'm not sure which I should do first. Maybe I'll open this present from Bob, or maybe I'll wait until Bob might join. We'll see. Yeah, the Holy God spell. Let's read a story about Miriam. This is the Holy Megillah, Nasarean Bible of the Essene Way, translated by Dave Greenleaf and available at essene.org. And this is from chapter 8 of the Holy God spell, and it is titled Miriam, the Field Mouse, and the Snake. And I thought this was a really interesting. There's a lot of really cool stuff about Miriam and Yeshua's childhood and how they existed in this world when they had like superpowers. Like Miriam, the light from her was so bright, her eyes, she literally blinded multiple people, and thankfully their vision was restored. But she was a child that was trying to learn how to control all of her power, exist in this world. So I'm not sure if I was having some microphone issues. Hopefully I can fix it before we jump into this. Sweet. Testing 1, 2. I've been told that my microphone is not working properly, so I apologize about that. Let's make sure that everything's working right before we get into the story, though. It's kind of funny because I already had all these settings set up properly before I got on, and then I refreshed the page and think that I messed something up. So hopefully that fixed it. Chapter 8 of the Holy God spell. Miriam and okay. It's not horrible, but it sounds echoey. Okay, well, is this better? I don't want to have to hold this my whole life of live streaming, so we're not going to be doing that. But if this helps, then I will do it. David, you said audio is okay. Cool. These microphones should be providing really good audio and not hearing like the espresso machine in the background as well. So, da, 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 da. All right. Again, chapter 8 of the Holy God spell. Miriam, the field mouse, and the snake. Cool. It's like my mic might be working now. Sweet. All right. Verse 578. One sunny morning, Miriam was gathering flowers in a field. She wanted to combine the beautiful flowers with a green vine to make a crown of flowers for her mother, Zibia. After gathering the flowers, Miriam sat on a large rock to her weaving. As she worked, the Holy Child sang. She sang of warm days, blue skies, and flowers of many colors. Behold, a field mouse heard Miriam sing. The mouse was charmed by her voice, yea, and knew that she was friendly and would not harm him. After listening to Miriam's song, the field mouse sang her a song. Although he had a very squeaky voice, Miriam thought his song was delightful. He sang of gathering seeds and storing them for the winter, that his family be well fed. How cool would that be to actually be able to hear the animals and the songs that the birds are singing in the morning? When Brother Mouse was done singing, Miriam thanked him and said, "You have a wonderful voice, Brother Mouse." Perceiving that the girl was wise, like unto her mouse of the eternal harvest, he asked her to do something for him. He pointed with his tail toward a snake that was sunning itself not far away, and said, "That snake keeps field mice. Just yesterday, he ate one of my best friends, the girl mouse I wanted to mate with. We field mice have never eaten us. In fact, we are vegetarians, eating no animals of any kind. Please talk some sense to that snake." Miriam walked over to Brother Snake. She has no fear at all, just as confidence. And she's coming from the Order of the Immaculate Conception. So her parents are 6 generations deep, and then her in this order that really valued purity and purification of not just ourselves, but the way that we conceive children, to try to deliberately bring in higher seed into this world rather than this world that are degrading and not so of the upward spiral, right? Conception. Miriam walked over to Brother Snake. The snake hissed at the little girl, expecting it to scare her. But Miriam was not afraid. She spoke to him about kindness towards field mice. The snake hissed his reply, saying, "It is my nature to kill and eat field mice. If I did not, I would not be me." Miriam replied, "Behold, the caterpillar cannot fly, but when he becomes a butterfly, then he can fly. The soul within the butterfly is the same soul that was previously housed in the body of the caterpillar. The wise butterfly knows that he has gone through changes, but does not deny that he is the same soul that once lived in the body of a caterpillar. Now you have the body of a snake, and that is no accident. Likewise, if you one day have the body of a field mouse, it will be no accident. Neither will it be an accident if you one day have the body of a unicorn." The snake replied, "God made me a snake, so God must want me to be a snake, and snakes kill for our supper. God must have intended this." Miriam replied, "Many people think like you. They look at nature and see the strong eating the weak and think that the Creator intended this killing. But that is wrong. Lo, Elohim creates souls, not body types. Then, according to the thoughts and deeds of each soul, the soul is clothed by the form that matches its deeds. Vicious souls will vicious forms, not because God intends it, but because vicious souls desire forms suitable to their viciousness. I tell you truly, no god or goddess created fangs or claws. Rather, Elohim creates souls, and souls create their own body types according to the thoughts and deeds." After Miriam finished speaking, the snake just hissed and went about acting like a snake. But a seed was planted within the small mind of the snake. Perhaps one day the seed will sprout and no longer be a snake. One of the other teachings, I'm just going to put this here so I don't hold it. One of the other teachings in here talks about before the fall, how everything was just this light and airy space. But humans were meant to be the leaders and teachers of animals. We were supposed to show them a better way to live, just like we see Miriam literally going up to the snake and being like, hey guy, let's talk about that. I'm supposed to eat mice. And then goes into a complex discussion about your soul and how it takes these different forms, right? And this is coming from a kid as well. So it's really, really cool. But so often we hear things, people, especially in the vegan circle, when we're dealing with non or pre-vegans, as I would like to call them, when we're dealing with them, they'll be like, go tell the lion to be vegan, or all of these different things. And, why did God create animals or snakes, boars, these animals that do this? So I think this is a really cool scriptural way of addressing that question, or those questions, and really is just really cool. Elohim creates souls, not body types. And then it goes on to say, no god or goddess creates fangs or claws. Really, really cool. So that is what I wanted to share with you from Holy Megillah today. And there are so many other stories yet to be read. So we will proceed with that again in the future. But before I go, I wanted to share with you this gift that I got from Bob. Bob Wiles is a fellow flat earther and has come to town a few times. And really very nice friend. And we went out to curry last night, and he gave me this birthday present. So I wanted to share it with you. The first thing. Hello, Maddie Ice. How's it going? Bleed through. Tales from another timeline. What if your dreams weren't just dreams, but memories bleeding through from another reality? Discover a world within a world. Bleed Through, Tales from Another Timeline is a raw, first-hand account of awakening through adversity. Where truth hides in plain sight, the spiritual war is at your doorstep. Time travel is a reality, and extraterrestrial interference is more common than you might think. This book is not a theory, it's a record. Ooh, interesting. While I don't believe in time travel, I am definitely interested in hearing what people have to say about different realities or realms that they may have been in. And this also says that you will explore vivid encounters with non-intelligences, dark entities, and how they infiltrate our dreams and relationships, time travel realities, and the shadow government. Mars recruitment, voice to skull technology, clones, and secret space programs. Inner Earth, the astral realm, Akashic records, and messages. And finally, how to protect your energy, reclaim your power, and remember who you are. If you've ever wondered why your life feels stranger than fiction, it's because it is. You're not crazy. You're waking up, and the bleed through has already begun. Dun, dun, dun. I should do some voiceovers for videos. Obviously, that wasn't the best work, but whatever. Next thing, this package. Woo! Jesus and the Essenes by Dolores Cannon. I actually don't have any of Dolores Cannon's books, which is kind of funny to me because I've been interested in the Essenes for so long. So cool. This is exciting. The authorized version of the origins of Christianity and the content of Jesus' teachings is the result of political wrangling in the early church. The emergence of the Dead Sea Scrolls, carefully kept quiet, has opened Pandora's box and has shown how much dogma and censorship there is in church. Jesus in the Essenes gives a detailed account of Jesus as a person, of his acts as they were, and of the daily realities of Israel of that time. Really, really interesting. I'm really interested to see how this is going to align with the Megillah. As you all know, the Megillah is also an Essene book. The Essenes just means healer of mind, body, and soul. And there are different groups of Essenes. The Nasarean Essene, what I align with, and the idea, especially between the Nasarean part, NASA, to lift up or to raise one another up to higher levels of existence and bliss, usually by forgiving and being forgiven. And it's very loving. And my whole point, I guess, was that there are different groups of Essenes, and some groups of Essenes that you'll read about did some really terrible things, and they are taking that name and claiming to be something that they are not. But that is not like that's a little bit of a different story, kind of. But I also noticed, Bob, that there are some cards. I don't really know what these would be. They're like laminated. And this is Lady Portia and Saint Germain. A lot of people around here know about Saint Germain and how he's an ascended master that talks about a lot of stuff. It's actually kind of funny that the old Mount Shasta Ascension Center that I was working with was really big into these two, which makes sense because it's Mount Shasta, the violet flame. A lot of stuff is tied to here. I personally have not read anything from Saint Germain. I haven't felt called to do so, but I think that there are allegations that there are relations to Lord and Lady Christ, and so it's cool that these have little. Well, these are a little bit long, but have some descriptions on the back as well. So this one says Saint Germain is one of the great ascended masters dedicated to the expansion of human consciousness and the advancement of all life on earth. So cool. And Lady Portia is one of the 8 members serving on the karmic board, which oversees earth and all souls embodying here. Interesting. She is twin flames, Saint Germain, according to this. So cool. I really look forward to reading these books. And let's see what else is in here. Oh, nice. Food is medicine sticker. That is so true as well. The final thing in this package is actually something that we'll have to experiment with in the future. I knew about it came to Mount Shasta. It is dowsing rods. So we'll be learning to use some of these, tapping into that spiritual channel. And yeah, we'll have to maybe do, after I practice and learn a little bit more about them, do a session with you and me. There's places on Mount Shasta that really set these off, and we'll see about all that. So I'm super excited about all these stuff, Bob. I really appreciate that. And I really appreciate the curry. I'm sitting here thinking about lunch and I'm like, man, I would love some more curry. But I'd also like to mention that I was able, in kind of return, to get Bob a Holy Megillah, which was a brand new copy and looks a lot nicer than this. But I'm hopeful that he will be reading that soon, and we'll see what happens. As you might know, I'm trying to start a church here in Mount Shasta. Ideally, I would love to have a Nasarean kibbutza or community, and people living there that want to grow their own food and work with the land and work in the parameters, have a society that is built in the parameters of the Holy Megillah and the different ways that the 12 tribes, the 12 groups of workers were instructed to work, which, you know, very basic things, like if you're a carpenter, build that thing as if it was going to be your mom was going to be using it, and, you know, make sure that it's quality, right? Be fair in your dealings, all these different rules that are kind of common sense, but the whole idea is to have the whole community agreeing to them and working together to grow our own food and to really just be in a community. Like, I would really love to be able to have neighbors that are into the same types of things to do activities with and have potlucks and different I already said that, but there's just so much potential when we're able to do that. So I am not fingers crossed, because I'm not hoping, I'm praying and making steps for that to be able to happen. So super, super excited about that. Let me check the live chat before I jump off here. Maddie says, happy Earth Day. Thank you. My birthday was actually September 17th. So it's almost one whole month later. And actually my friend's birthday is tomorrow. So I've got to make sure that I remember to tell her happy birthday. But yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. Hello, Dave. Dave says, hey, those Saint Germain pictures look familiar. Yeah, Dave helped me with all of pretty much almost all the events that I did at the Mount Shasta Ascension Center. So thank you. And it's just kind of that I've ended up with peace. The owner of the place, I wish him luck, and I definitely hope that, what he's trying to bring about an Ascension Center come to fruition. One of the biggest fundamental problem was it not being vegan, and I'm trying to explain that an Ascension Center needs to be vegan, and so there's just kind of a misalignment with that, and also, not wanting to get involved with the business aspect. So everything happens for a reason, and I'm trusting that not being there any longer is what is supposed to be. Maddie says, I've been wanting to get me some dowsing rods. Yeah, I think that Bob said that you can find some pretty nice ones. This says REJOPFAD. I don't know if that's supposed to say a word or not, but that they are relatively inexpensive on Amazon. So anyways, hopefully that helps. And some tuning forks. Yeah, forks would be really, really cool. There's so many different tools that we can use for healing, and it'd be really awesome, along with that Nasarean kibbutza, also to have a temple and different healing modalities that we can explore, whether it's, tuning forks or crystals or color therapy or, sun therapy. There's just a lot that we have yet to discover, and I'm excited for it. So Maddie says, let's go. Will you be my neighbor? I'll get you a belated birthday gift. Oh, well, you don't have to get me a birthday gift, but yeah, I would love for people that are interested to reach out so that potentially we can get something formulated and going. It's obviously going to need to be a strict vetting process if people are allowed into the community, because there's a lot of weirdos out there. But yeah, I know that a lot of truthers are just like me and wanting to be growing their own food and being from this matrix of chaos. And so yeah, let's make it happen, people. All right, I'm going to get off of here and go get me some lunch, because my belly has been grumbling for like a half an hour, and I need to go take care of that. Not really, actually. We should all probably work more on fasting so that when crap hits the fan, oh, there's something in here. When it's the fan, we're ready to, oh, this is there's more stuff in here. Cool. Thank you. What's the word that I am trying to think of? Oh, is it a necklace or is it okay? It's a necklace. Just kidding. I know what that word is. I thought it was, one of the things that you do this. And it actually realistically could be used as that. So cool. They sent a necklace too. Well, thank you, Bob. I appreciate that. I'm excited to try these dowses. So we'll have to, like I said, get together on another video, and I'll go out on Mount Shasta and we'll see what happens. I hope that you all have a wonderful day. I'll be here tomorrow. What's tomorrow? Tomorrow's Friday. It's tomorrow at noon for the noontime peace contemplation. And then this weekend, super excited to be going up to Florence this weekend for church on Sunday. I haven't received the Zoom link, churches via Zoom. I haven't received that link yet. So for those of you who want to potentially watch me in church, I can get that to you when it's available if you reach out to me. I'm not really sure what I'm going to be in church. I was asked to read, and at first I thought I was going to be reading a verse, which I hopefully still am. But in the meantime, I gifted Pastor, or the Yair, the day of Greenleaf, a gift, and with that gift, I wrote a poem, and so he wants me to read that. And so, yeah, I'm excited to do that and get to be in church. So anyways, yeah, we'll catch up with you tomorrow at the same time. probably not the same place, or maybe I don't really know. So I hope that you have a wonderful day. May God and the Goddess power you and light your way.